So, Dubs was a dude that first came on YouTube, right? Will never tell any of his prison stories.
But for the dudes that don't like Gunner Night, um, and that are in the so-called prison genre, have you ever noticed they don't have any prison stories? They're always talking about me or Gunner or somebody else's stories that they heard 10th hand, 20th hand, or they're being fed a story and manipulated, and they don't realize, they're too dumb to realize the motivations behind the person telling them the story. That's got to be pretty embarrassing, eh? It has to be embarrassing to be in the prison genre and not have a prison story. Like you ran out after a month. You have nothing else to talk about. Especially the vatos that were in level ones, level twos. There's stories there, Holmes, but it's like I don't.
He'll try to, which is what actually made me watch him here and there. Uh, he never liked me from day one, which is cool. It is what it is, which actually was what made me think that he was active. You know what I'm saying? More on that later. So yeah, he used to drop like culture things, talk about regular stuff. You know what I'm saying? Um, um, Pondering on certain topics, philosophical things like that. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. This dude, it is what it is. Cool. And then this dude ended up getting completely sidetracked on all that because of Gunner's Collective.
All this shit you be speaking on everybody, Dubs. Sure sounds like you're in runners' lives. You sit here and speak all this shit about people don't have prison stories and all this, and your channel wasn't even telling prison stories. You were speaking on other shit until your bitch runner talked you into doing prison stories. And then you guys started making up your content because you know that the content about your guys' lives wasn't interesting enough to get views. So you start making up your stories. But just like you said, you guys manipulate. You guys manipulate your subscribers into believing your guys' lies. But as you say, they're too dumb to see that they're being manipulated. They're too dumb to see the lies. Or you're too dumb to realize that everybody sees your lies. But that's all part of being a compulsive liar. It must be sad sitting there at night, laying down, putting your head on the pillow, reflecting on your day, and seeing how all these people and all these content creators are on your guys' ass because of all the bullshit that you be putting out there. It must be hard to go to sleep knowing that you can't be real with yourself, let alone others. But that's what happens when you sell your soul and get rid of all your morals for a bag, which you guys have done. Just like you said, you know what he's done. You know what you've done. But you can't admit it. You won't admit it. Everybody knows. You're not fooling nobody. All you're doing is making yourself look like a fool. So how do you sleep with yourself at night? I'm sure after my last video, even your ladies then be looking at you weird. But how can you defend yourself when you can't even be real with yourself? So drop that video. Make sure you drop my paperwork with it. I'll give you a couple more days so you guys can try to make up paperwork. And then I'll drop my real paperwork too. But all that's going to do is ruin your guys' career even more. That's why you're so mad. That's why you're so bothered. That's why you made the videos trying to talk shit. Because you could see that your subscriber count's going down. You could see in your comments that people are talking shit. You could see it in your lives, people questioning you guys, and you guys having to block them. You're used to sending your trolls to all the other channels to do that to everybody else. But your lies aren't fooling anybody anymore. And your trolls are turning on you. Nobody else sends trolls to channels. That's you guys. That's your get down. Nobody else reports channels. That's your guys' get down. Nobody else blocks other content creators from seeing content. That's your guys' get down. And nobody else makes fake content like you guys either. But I guess if my content wasn't interesting enough, I would start making up lies about my life and shit like that too. But see, the difference is I got morals. I don't gotta lie to myself to be able to look in the mirror. You do. I don't gotta sit on camera and make up lies on people. I post videos. There's facts with them. Something that you guys never do and won't do. I'm not on here having to defend paperwork on me. I'm not on here having to deny whether or not I'm active or not. But you do. I'm not on here co-podcasting with a fucking dude that likes a 16-year-old's nalgas. Or abuses his own children. Or abuses women that he's with. Or whose kids can't go play outside because there's syringes in the yard. That's the people that you co-podcast with. And you do it all because of a bag. So maybe that'll make you sleep better at night. You could go stand in front of the mirror, hold up your bag, look at the bag in the mirror instead of yourself so that you feel better and you can go to sleep at night. But don't blame it on everybody else saying that we're all haters and shit like that. Nobody's hating on you, fool. We're simply stating facts. We're simply opening up the eyes to your subscribers so that they can see how you guys manipulate them and lie to them.